Alright, hello YouTube, Devi2100 here, and today's video I want to talk about Live.Space, a new platform that has just kind of dropped just recently for streaming. And honestly, here's a couple things I want to talk about the platform. One of them is about the discoverability, two is about how the front page is kind of curated, and three is really about what the future of the platform kind of holds as of so far from what the owners of the platform, like the founder and the co-founder, both have kind of said in their own streams that we've actually been popping into. Now, one of the big things I gotta say about this too is if you especially like this video and you want to, leave me a comment down below, be sure to hit that like button, hit the dislike if you don't like the video, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, I want to know really what your thoughts are on LiveSpace, whether it's gonna be a great, platform to use for multi-streaming, or if you end up wanting to move your platform or your community over from, let's say Kick or Twitch or YouTube, Facebook, Trovo, DLive, wherever, and you want to come check out LiveSpace. I'm going to go over why I think it's a great reason for you to do so, and some of the things I think that might need to be definitely addressed ahead of time, just in case, because there are a couple things that I feel like have kind of been glossed over a little bit when it comes to some of the stuff that needs to be talked about when it comes to LiveSpace. So first and foremost, let's talk about the discoverability. Now, really the biggest thing about the discoverability here, everybody, is that when you're looking at, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, one of the biggest things is how is somebody getting discovered? Well, 90% of the time it's you posted something on like YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, somewhere, and you built up a community, you built up a following there, and you brought in people over that way. Then you also went around, those platforms itself, like, so forth, like Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, and you went into other streams and you networked with people that way. You went into Discords, you networked with people that way. You were on Twitter and you networked with people that way. You were constantly networking and trying to bring people from those other platforms over to your, to the streaming platform that you were streaming from, whether it be, whatever one. And at the end of the day, discoverability that way, while it works, it doesn't work sometimes. And what I mean by that is, there's always that issue of what kind of content are you making? Are you making content that is being drowned out in the sea of everybody else making the same exact content? That's a big one right there. Is too many of us are making the same exact content, especially like Call of Duty Call of Duty streamers and clip providers. Like the guys that are making all these clips out there, legitimately, they're providing you with the same exact clip that another person's done and another person's done and then the professionals have done. So why go to those ones when you can literally go to the pro and see, an actual professional break down all this stuff technically and be like, this is how you're going to perform this move, this is how this is going to act with the ping, with the, the movement of this, this is how, reload is going to be on this gun, this is how the time to kill is going to be on this. You listen to those guys for that reason, because they know all this insightful information. You listen to some of the other people that aren't as big or professionals because you're looking for more the drama news. You're looking for the spicy bits that are being missed amongst all the whole, like, this is the technical side of Call of Duty here today. Whereas these guys are like, did you hear about who cheated in this, tournament this week, guys? That's a whole different ball game. But at the same time, though, there are people that are making that content, they edit it well, they do a really good job of getting those thumbnails in, making sure there's some good music in the background, all these things that are catching people's eyes, ears, and all this attention, that literally goes, yes, click, yes, I want to engage with your channel, yes, I want to come back and check out more stuff. But at the end of the day, though, a lot of the times, especially if, let's say, you made a YouTube video and you're trying to bring people from YouTube over to Kick or to Twitch, wherever, they're not as inclined to just go make another account if they haven't already, or even for that matter, even if they already have an account, it sometimes is, for whatever reason, like pulling teeth out of a fucking toddler to literally go, okay, now click over here, come and say hi over on my platform where I'm actually streaming from. But at the end of the day, that becomes a lot harder for some people. So one of the things that LiveSpace does for the discoverability is that you have posts like Twitter, but you get those actually pushed on the front page by an AI algorithm that literally says, hey, you like this person, you've watched these people's streams, and you like this person's, gaming content. Well, guess what? Here's a bunch of other, content creators that are all very similar to that said person. Here, you might like their content. Here's a post from that person. Here's a post from that person. So now you get to see new people that you may not have met beforehand because, there's all these other people out there streaming, creating content, and sometimes it gets harder to go ahead and find new people. And as I've been on the platform so far with LiveSpace, in the 2 weeks time that we've been growing there since Sponge ended up tweeting it out, and I was like, yo, this looks amazing. And I want this to be clarified. All of the drama, all the flack, and all the bull crap that was being flung over at Sponge and the Joker over there, absolutely unwarranted. And if anybody was actually to do some deductive research, you would understand that, one, Sponge actually was making a joke. Two, Joker totally was like, yeah, this is my best friend, and I totally get that he's making a joke. Three, LiveSpace was still able to do something that none of the other platforms were willing to do, and that was this. Okay, remember back when we all came over from Twitch to Kick? What was a big issue? Oh, hey, I'm XYZ's name on Twitch, and I go to move over to Kick, but there's already an account over here, but it's inactive. They're not using it. Can I get my name? No, you needed to DM them and try to see, if you can get that name back. And then it was, hey, Kick, I'm a huge, big, popular streamer on Twitch, and yada, yada, yada. And so for someone's already on my, on Kick, and they're active or inactive, and they have my name. All right, here you go. Boom. Get rid of the account. Here's your name back. What? Now, you could do it for the bigger streamer, but you couldn't do it for the little guy? You couldn't do it for that person? Okay. All right, but you're fair, right, Kick? You're playing fairs. You're not playing favorites. And this is my issue with Kick. This is why, even after being on Kick as long as I have been now, and I worked my ass off to go from being just a regular Kick streamer to being the verified Kick streamer that I am, to literally doing that over in the course of, March, April, and May, back in the beginning of this year, to literally seeing the platform tell me that it's not going to do certain things, or it was going to implement certain other changes, and then as I see this happening, it's actually either walked back on certain things or completely just lied about other things. Like telling us that there wasn't going to be hot tub streamers. Oh, but then they weren't going to get, verified. Oh, now they weren't going to get on the front page. Oh, they're not going to get this. Oh, they're not going to get that. But instead, we keep seeing them constantly just being pushed on the front page, constantly being pushed in recommended feeds, being pushed as verified streamers. And it's like, at the end of the day, look, I don't care what you want to do with your body and all that other stuff, but there is a set limit to it. Hey, that is kind of scummy and shady, and there are fucking children. Like, as much as everyone, especially as a vapor, and everyone wants to be like, think of the children! Where the fuck are you doing this when you have literally girls like Amaranth straddling a banana inflatable in a tiny, skimpy little bikini where her nipples are bigger than the cloth on the fucking fabric, and she's playing Mario Kart, and I air quote that, because the screen is about yay big on the stream feed, and that's what she's showing everybody else, so she's sitting there doing this on her fucking inflatable fucking thing. Oh, woo, goody. Good. Now you have a bunch of fucking kids who've seen that shit, and yet here you are being like, but it's okay. We shouldn't judge. It's a woman's body. It's okay for them to do that. Is it really okay for them to then completely, just shadily put themselves in a children's category and stream like that? That is not okay. If you have so many issues with gambling, if you have so many issues with vaping and all this other crap, then you need to have an issue with that. That is a huge issue. But Kick sees it and goes, no, there's a lot of money to be had with that. Bring them on over. And that is what Kick has done. And so when you see people say, hey guys, Kick is really in it for the small guy. Kick is really in it as to be fair for everybody. No, they're not. They once probably were. But eventually, over time, greed and the pursuit of trying to just push Twitch out of the picture really, really clouded their judgment and clouded their vision. Because now you have these, literally, the fucking hot tub streamers are so prevalent over on Kick that it is 90% of the content, if not gambling is. And half the time, those hot tub streamers are gambling like that. Oh, goody. And of course, Kick's like, well, we tried to made it more stringent. They couldn't, sit there spread eagle in a thong. We say they couldn't have a mirror behind them. They said they couldn't do, bounce their boobies up and down in a tiny bikini sexually and everything like that. But what are they all doing still? And they're still doing it. None of them are getting banned. They're not getting in trouble. There's literally nothing being done. I saw I'd say 2 months ago, one last time a Kick mod went in and said, hey, you're doing something against the rules. Now you've been shadow banned. Now you need to change your shit and work on what you're doing or get off the platform, more or less. And what that girl did, she ended up ending her stream because she didn't want to comply with the whole thing. But then what ends up happening, I don't see that Kick mod anymore. I'm pretty sure that Kick mod got fired for telling that girl not to continue to do things that were against the TOS. But if it was any of us, we'd be in trouble in a heartbeat. We'd get banned. We'd be removed off the platform, and we'd have to deal with all kinds of other issues. But I digress. It's okay to bounce some big old titties on those cameras. Like, what the hell? Seriously, Kick. Things that you said to us that weren't supposed to be, prevalent on the streams, weren't supposed to be prevalent on the front page, have completely dominated it. Then, let's move over now to the front page itself. Another big thing, because discoverability, I can keep going on, and at the end of the day, I will just say that LiveSpace does discoverability better, especially when it comes to now the front page, because at the end of the day, they use an AI to curate the front page. They are not going over and going, well, I really like XQC, where I really like this person, and I really like that person, so I am going to boast them on over there and put them on the front page and put them on the recommended. Get granted, like, you know, a lot of us have said, sure, you know, they've got a bunch of their partner streamers that they should be on the recommended. That was kind of part of the bag that they were getting with the contract, is they're going to be put on the recommended. Fine, you're on the recommended. You don't need them to go up on the actual front page on the first 5-6 streams that I see on the fucking front of the page. That should be reserved for somebody else. You should have your own little side on the recommended feed right there, but the people on the front page should be inherently different than what's on that little list. You know, I'm just saying, I really truly believe that. And again, the whole idea of, oh, but we're really fair, guys, and we're doing the kick picks so we can vote on you and have a group of set on people that we're probably only going to cycle through that we think is actually going to be worthy for those 100 subs each. And on top of that, they have to be, like, literally, the way they describe the person, the category, and the criteria which you need to be like in order to get picked for this, you gotta be a medium to big size streamer, not a small streamer. That does nothing for anybody brand new to the platform, just starting out or anything like that. You have done nothing, Kick, to do anything for them. That is the issue, and for some reason, the only platform that has listened to this has been Live.Space. Hence why, if you come over to Live.Space, you guys will see that literally we've been blowing up over here. We're almost already to 150 followers. One away already, chat. Like, look at this. Let's see here. Move this out of the way. Boom. 149 followers. 149 followers. You know, and already we've only been here for 2 weeks. And again, as you guys can see, you see this right here. You see these posts. I can actually repost other people's stuff, like the homie Dr. Waffles here. You know, we got Tyler over here. You got these new people over here, like Blue Turtle 93. It's Nice Teas over here, fam. You know, this is the co-founder, Todd. And by the way, he actually fucking answers the questions you put in there. You don't have to sub. That's a big thing. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are really big fans of Eddie, and I think that Eddie is a good person inherently, but I think the way he does business is shit. You should have to sub for your questions to be answered. This magnificent man right here, chat. Okay? Damn it, where are you at, Todd? I'm trying to get here. This guy, Todd. Alright, go ahead, check him out. Todd is an amazing dude. He legitimately is, like, the reason why this guy, there we go, there, I forget the camera angles here, and my brain is so, like, right now, chat, as you can all see, but this guy is the reason why, that when we asked the other day, when literally the lovely Twisted Herbal, she said, hey, you know, rumor is that there's not going to be any, you know, of the, hot tub streams are going to be over here on LiveSpace. Is that going to be true? And he's like, yeah, no, that's not going to be over here. And it's like, yes, thank you. That's all we've been asking for. Well, not all, but one of the biggest things we've been asking for. You know, another big thing is these guys are offering same-day payouts. Same-day payouts. Now, regardless, like, it kind of more depends on your bank. It can be up to 2 to 3 days, depending on how your bank processes any of these fees and, you know, and checks and stuff. So for me, it was Wells Fargo. It takes about maybe 2 to 3 days. But even still, compare that to a whole month I gotta wait for all the subs. Yeah, it's a lot nicer. That also helps get back to the community quicker. That also means I can also pay bills quicker. That means that I can continue to bring you guys more content, new video games. When games cost 70 fucking bucks a month, and you know, especially myself right now, it's already got a ton of bills as it is. 70 bucks is like, you know what? Unless I get that from, you know, the subs, I'm not gonna go buy a brand new game to then provide content like that for them. We'll go ahead and just make new content from playing Cyberpunk, playing other games that are already out but free or already owned by myself that I can actually still make new and fresh and great content with. But that's the thing too, is that I will try to find a way to be resourceful versus just being like, oh, I can't make new content. Well, no content, guys, no streams. The only reason why there's been a lack of YouTube videos and everything like that has been, one, I've been dealing still with a lot of the court stuff that I've been dealing with for my work. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff with the job as well, as we are still trying to find a new location. We kind of got lucky to still maintain the location we are at right now for a short time, but we are going to have to be progressing to a new place here pretty soon. So that takes a big time frame for me as well, or time sink, I should say. Then, on top of all of that, you know, we have the whole time sink I'm putting into, you know, actually doing all this stuff, and then on, you know, not only to the work and all that, but I'm also making sure that I'm doing all the streams. I also have my family I'm taking care of. I'm also on top of that trying to make sure I have 2 loans I pay off. I have a collections I pay off. So I am also dealing with a lot of stuff on my plate. So right now, YouTube was kind of like the last thing on my mind. Now, as things have kind of slowly gotten back to where I could say that are stable now, I am planning to get some more of these YouTube videos out, and that's why I really wanted to do today's video. Tomorrow's video, we got a Cyberpunk video, and I'm really excited to do that one. That one's going to be talking about Magnificent Curtis, and how I think that he actually ties into a lot more of the story than meets the eye, especially after seeing some of the lore videos I've seen on him. After, like, because again, after playing the tabletop games, I kind of forgot about Magnificent Curtis, because again, he's not really talked about in the base game much anymore. So when I happened to see this video about it, I was like, wow, there's actually a lot of this stuff that could point that he might be someone that's actually very much controlling some stuff for Netwatch. So I wanted to throw a video out there for that. But one of the biggest things on Kick right now is that I can't grow on Kick at all, really, when it comes to not playing fucking Battle Royales. If I'm not playing Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite, or whatever, then I do not get new viewers a lot of times. I get the same people, sometimes even, to come over and hang out with us. But again, if I'm not playing the same game that they all want to play, you know, and it's literally being just drowned out in the sea of everyone playing the same fucking game, and I'm like, no, I want to play a game where if I want to pause the stream or pause the game and engage with the stream and actually have a good time with you guys, ask you questions. We talk about such philosophical and existential things that it literally, like, we brought some dread to people the other day just to be like, hey, look, all the dread you're feeling and all that stuff like that. Like, imagine, like, have you ever felt that from any other video game? And somebody was like, no, actually, I haven't felt that from any other video game ever before. And it's like, that's how good the writing is in Cyberpunk. That's how good the game itself is, that you can feel the emotions of happy, fucking sadness, depression, anger, and all of this while experiencing one of the best stories out there that has been written for a long time. And that's just my opinion. Now, granted, there are other amazing games too. Trust me, there are a lot of other amazing games out there. But as far as narratively driven, Cyberpunk in my mind is the top of the top. It is hands down the best one for it. Now, again, that's very biased, and I get that. But this isn't about Cyberpunk. This is about the simple fact that when I play it on Kick, I don't grow. I can't get new people to come in. And there's other people that are streaming, you know, Cyberpunk on Kick. But guess what? They all want to make themselves these little islands and branch themselves out so far away from each other that nobody bothers to actually interact with each other anymore. Nobody's collabing anymore. What the hell happened, guys? Come on. Like, get back together, do these collaborations. We need to see this shit more. If I go and host out somebody on Cyberpunk, and it's because I'm trying to build my community with your community, I do hope to see, and not just pop into my stream, but come and actually engage and be like, hey man, let's go do a co-stream where we're both gonna go live. We'll do like a Discord call so we have both of our video feeds up and whatnot. And, you know, we're doing this challenge where we have to run through the game in a speed run and see who can get to the game the fastest. These are things that we could be doing together. You know, oh, hey, let's play, what was a good example of this? Death Stranding. We were talking about this the other night in my stream. That we could all be playing some Death Stranding, and you can kind of interact with each other in a weird way with the environment, the way it works with the ladders and so forth, so on. But at the same time, okay, face. But at the same time, the biggest thing you could do, though, is while you're playing Death Stranding, is we could be talking about the lore and all the connections between Death Stranding and Silent Hills, so forth, so on. And these are things that we could be doing to build our communities together while building new people into this, because they're like, wow, look, there's these 3 guys all playing this game together, having a lovely time and enjoying the experience that they're having. Why don't we go check out and see why they're doing that? And that's the thing, also, real quick about the front page before we move on to the third part about LiveSpace, which is really more so about just how the vibes are, how the feeling is, and just how the overall experience has been. But when you are on LiveSpace, one of the biggest things that you might notice is that there is no viewer count being shown on every single video. So if we were to go look at this right now, chat, and just go over to the homepage, and I was to look over here and I see Sponge, and I know that there was about 53 people in his stream just a moment ago when I was in there, right? So if I was to go see this and I see that there's no viewer count, but I just see this actual things right here, right? I see the actual streams, I see their actual names, I see their titles, and I'm like, you know what? Awesome. I want to click on this. So I want to go and check this out. This is what I want to actually have, you know, as a stream, you know, as an environment, because I want to be able to say, hey, you know, Sponge's thumbnail and title looks really catchy. I'm gonna click that. Robin Dews looks really catchy, you know, and so I'm gonna click that. You know, Noxus is looking really good. You know, Jazz Like, you know, Just Tease. You know, these are the people I'm like, yeah, I would definitely love to go see their content and stuff like that, you know. And Blue Journal, brand new over here. You know, we're gonna drop a like, we're gonna repost this out here. Being happy and excited that they're on the front page, which is exciting. Again, people that are able to hit the front page that you have not been able to do on Kick. Because why? It is curated by people who are literally just saying, hey, you know what? I don't actually really care whether or not... that I was following Tandy there. There we go. Tandy got a live follow right here on the video. There you go. Follow right there. There's more amazing content creators. Be sure to follow all these amazing people. There's so many of these people right here. They're all amazing, chat. Be sure to go check them out. Look at this. We're still cooking. Boom. Gotta repost that as well, guys. Again, these are the things you love to see. You'll love to see this. Now, here comes the third part. The big kahuna. How are the vibes on LiveSpace? They're magnificent. The amount of love, the actual, like, happiness I've seen from people. When I go to, like, the Joker stream, when I go to Sponge's stream, when you look over here, when we look at Sponge's face, look at that. Look at that happy-ass fucking face. Look at this happy dude. I ain't seen him look that happy since he's came over here. Since he's been on LiveSpace, I have seen him look happier than shit. Same with the Joker. Whereas the last few months on Kick, there was that moment where you'd see him, like, smile, like, yeah. But a lot of times it was just that... Like, they were going through the motions. You could see it and you could feel it. Because they were feeling the same stuff that we all saw. But at the end of the day, people like Sponge, they're talking to Eddie personally. And when somebody like that, somebody like literally, everybody wanted to be like, oh, Sponge and Joker, they're going to get phase 1 of the program. They're going to get phase 1. Where are they at? Huh? Where are they at, bitches? Because guess what? Fucking ain't there. They're not on phase 1 of the programs. Instead, they absolutely feel that they've been forgotten by the platform that they really helped build with the ground up with everybody else to make it into what it is right now. And they have been forgotten. For what? For what, I ask you? So at the end of the day, these guys have been blowing up the platform, making it great. You know, all the other people that are coming from Kick, Twitch, Trovo, DLive, YouTube, all these places, even people that have never streamed before, and this is the first time they've streamed, has been LiveSpace. That is amazing. But at the end of the day, everybody comes in and says, yo, man, what's up? It's so good to see you. I'm so happy to see you. Like, when I click on over here on the fucking Sponge streams right here, right? You know, we got over here Twisted Herbals, we got Gothic Goddess, two people, you know, we've been talking about from last night. Let's see what we got up here. We got Spider-Man, who just came in the other night as well, that dropped us a follow. There's our homie Nice T, Useless Rob right there, you know? So you got all these people that we've been seeing and talking to as well, and we're able to go back and forth. And all of a sudden, oh, whoops, my bad. We're going to leave that in there because as you just saw, that is a technical difficulty we just had. There we go. There's the chat for everybody. But again, all these lovely people that we've been talking about and saying that, you know, we've been able to see these people again and all that stuff. This is great to see. And also, if you guys are seeing this chat over here on the on this video feed here, this is because the fact we use Social Stream, which is built into LiveSpace. Streamlabs built into LiveSpace. So if we were to go over here to dashboard and I click on my fucking apps, guess what I can see? Boom. Streamlabs. Social Stream. Fourth wall. Literally, this thing right here is the biggest dub right here. Social Stream. This allows for me to literally have all of my chat to one area. All you need to do is come down here, go down to the where is it? Grab the newest link of the version right here. You're gonna zip it, extract it, put it into your downloads. Then you're gonna go to developer mode in your extensions. You're gonna make sure it's pinned. Then you're gonna drop it into there. You're gonna load the unpacked thing, and then you're gonna have this beautiful thing right here that allows for you to pull up this window, which allows you to have that exact chat that you just saw on LiveSpace. I can have this now docked onto OBS itself, which is another big thing. To have this docked straight onto OBS itself really makes it feel even more professional and makes it feel like you're really trying your best to make good quality content. Now, again, I know this video's been kind of long, a little ranty, but at the end of the day, I really want you guys to understand that LiveSpace, if you're just using it for a multi-stream, a platform and tool, it is amazing for that alone, and you definitely should be doing so. You will build a community over there, and one that is actually more inclined to probably follow you over onto Kick, and vice versa. So bear that in mind, definitely, when you think about this for a multi-streaming tool. But if, let's say, you're 100% done with Kick, and you're finally fucking done with Twitter, Twitch, whatever, you want to move on to something different, finally, and you're tired of waiting for SharePlay.tv to come out, come on over to Live.Space, and specifically come on over to Live.Space/Devi, and I'd love to see you guys over here, because honestly it has been amazing. Now the Devi 2100 is still for my kick stuff, but over on LiveSpace we are just Devi, so it is just DEVI, so it is literally just gonna be Live.Space/Devi. And I hope to see you guys all there. And again, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit that dislike button. That tells me that there must be something I did wrong there, and I can work on that in the future. But be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. Let me know what you think of the future of LiveSpace. What do you think is really going to be the case for this platform? Is it really going to stand the test of time, like I truly believe it could be? Or is it going to get washed by the wayside, that Kick is going to truly do something that really blows us all out of the water and says, hey, we really do care about the little guy? But at the end of the day, I want to know what you guys think. Much love, everybody. I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces.